Patriotic Nigerians who have served this country well. And I recognize you and welcome you here. Permit me to particularly recognize my father, Edwin Clark, who for many years has been a great associate of the family, and last many years my father spent closely with him, and he worked very closely in time of religious and the issue of powership. It's my pleasure and my honor to have you see me in this domain. I thank God for that. Permit me also to recognize, particularly looking at you, sir. I pray that when I'm 90, I look like you. It's a blessing from the Almighty God, and we congratulate you. Give you many more years of service to our country. And all those who are here, who I have utmost respect for. But as I do that, I must, just also recognize Chibulu Falaye. I recognize him because of the many years. I remember when I was very much younger, and he used to have political meetings of presidential aspirants, SDP, and I would sit and serve with tea and go out and so I will recognize you, God, and will continue to serve. All of you that are here. It's very difficult for me today to say I'm speaking as the Senate President, because I see I'm speaking to people close associates of my father, people I see as father. So you permit me to, as I say my few words. I would like to, because I'm sure a lot of my colleagues too haven't heard what you said today. Let me acknowledge it and let me commend you and let me appreciate you, because for those of you, these are times that you should be to your feet of resting. And for you to leave your boat, Lagos, Enugu, Akwa Ibom, and come all the way to Abuja shows your concern, shows your commitment, and shows the seriousness with which you take this issue. It is not that you are a politician seeking office. You're not doing this for yourself. And we must all appreciate that. And that's why we must take the time to listen to you and also to discuss with you. And hopefully we can make a lot of progress. So I'm going to take I'll make a response, formal response on behalf of my colleagues. And at that point I will ask the media to excuse us, and those who are not on the table and our aides to excuse us, so that my colleagues too can have an opportunity to maybe ask a few questions or expatiate on this issue, because this is a golden opportunity for us to have all you here and out of that respect. So I'll just make some remarks before we can, after that we go. Let me assure you, elders, that we have listened to your concern. We totally agree with you that we must address all these issues currently from a national point of view. And I think that the Senate from inception has worked very hard to look at a lot of our issues, not from one side of the divide we have politically, but look at what is good for this country. And that is what has kept us together despite all the issues and challenges. So I want to reassure you that we'll continue to do that. It might get more challenging now as the election gets closer, but we are determined, because there's no alternative. There's no alternative for us than to see these issues and address them fronted from a nationalistic point of view in terms of this country. As you rightly observe, and I keep on emphasizing it all the time, if we talk that we want to strengthen our democracy, we want to preserve our democracy, we want to defend it, the number one institution that we must defend is the legislature and government. There's no doubt about it. And I keep on emphasizing it's not about myself, the SP leader, any of us. If we come and go, it is this arm of government that must be strengthened. And that is another way our approach, those who are elders of state. When we say defend the National Assembly. We're not saying that defend Bukola Saraki. No. Defend the institution. Because it's only that institution that can hold that democracy. And we want to make this opportunity that we need those voices at the time of need to be able to speak out. Because a lot of our younger ones, many who really, I think as a country, we still don't know the role that this government plays. A lot of people still wonder what are they there for. And as such, we're so quick to weaken the institution. I think it was last week somebody was saying, can you imagine if a former minister of the government is suspended by the president and he decides to rush into the villa and steal all the files in council meeting? What will be the reaction today in the country? I'm sure it will be more than the reaction we're seeing when the mace has gone to be taken. It just shows how we place this arm of government. And I think that we need to strengthen not just for today. And that is an area that I believe that we must work to. You have raised a lot of issues on the economy and security. I would like to say that it's not all gloomy days. I think that we must acknowledge where progress has been made. I believe that we have made some progress in the area of trying to identify or put forward the issue of our economy. We're not there yet. But from where we're coming from a recession, to where we are, the opportunities ahead, it just takes a little bit more effort of inclusion, confidence, and I believe that we will see the right kind of investment. I believe that progress has been made. There is diversification. It might not be enough, but there is a meaningful purpose now to move on from a monoproductive economy to one that has other areas like agriculture. There is that focus, and I think we should all work in supporting that. But the problem with our economy is money only goes to places where there's savings. It is difficult for people to invest in an environment where there are security challenges. It is difficult for people to invest in an environment where there's no rule of law. It is difficult. As much as we try on the economy side, we will always be held back if we do not address these issues. And that is why for some of us, these issues are very important. The rule of law is so important. There's no businessman or company environment that cannot tell you and predict what will happen if he or she does this. Until that happens, we will not be able to see those investments. And that is why those who have those excesses on that side do not know the damage they are doing in the area of the economy. But the area of the economy per se, diversification being led by the government, it is in the right direction. And we have made some progress, I would say that. But the area of concern to all of us is the issue of security. And that is why in the Senate, we meant to organize a summit inviting all security. Let us sit down. What do you need? Where are the areas of intervention? Where can we engage? These are the things that we are doing our best. But it takes more than us alone to be able to do that. And we are not going to give up because we know that this area is an area of great power. We cannot. We cannot, because it has been in the time of the country where people are just being killed on a daily basis. And let me assure you, for all some of us here, we have made up our minds to stand and do the right thing. We will stand and do the right thing. Because we know there's no alternative. And that is why we will continue to make the necessary sacrifices that is required. We know from day one some of these challenges why they come about. It's not going to deter us, we're going to stay focused and great. Talking about the constitutional amendment, this National Assembly, on our own initiative, started the process of constitutional amendment. We know that there were areas after the first that did not pass. Devolution is one, a few others. And we promised Nigerians that we will go back and review them. And I'm happy to report to you that we have done a report. We're just finishing, we just want to finish the passing of the budget. The report has even been laid. We just want to finish the passing of the budget, and then we'll consider the report. But let me do my caution here that in doing it, we must continue to engage and enlighten and carry everybody along. Because the first time when somebody did not pass likely out of lack of proper understanding of the issues. People who voted no more of not understanding the issues, not that they were against the issues. And that is why the couple of speeches I've made, I said some of the talk, and this is where we need to be careful, some of the talk created the problem. And we need to be able to create an atmosphere where those who are not voting, we need to sit down and reassure them that it's all about making Nigeria better, not about one part of the country. And that is important. Because in the Senate, my colleagues that I've seen have shown commitment that they are ready to do what is good for Nigeria. And I'm confident because after some did not pass, a few senators came to me and said, oh, is this what it's about? Oh, they didn't tell us that. That was the wrong impression I was giving. So some of the noise, particularly, there are a lot of politicians too that want to capitalize on the fact that, oh, they were the ones that are pushing the agenda. But sometimes in so doing, more harm is done. But those of us that are responsible for the day, I want to assure you that there is no set mind that this will not go through. I'm confident that this time around, we should be able to do that through proper engagement and discussion of the outcomes. At this point, before I yield to all of my colleagues, I want to give you the confidence and assurance that we see and we appreciate the issues. We are up to the task. We will put ourselves ready to do what is right. We need your support as well. Because it's the time we will have to stand up and do what is right in the interest of this country. Because we know that if we don't do what is right, the dangers are ahead. And that is why I believe that we all need to ensure that we continue to protect this democracy that we all do for many years. Put your life and sacrifice for. It cannot be on that time. All we must do is to make sure it gets better. So that we give you the peace of mind to say, this Nigeria that you've taken to this far, you can see a brighter future ahead. That's a commitment I want to make before you today, that you can count on us to play that role. And thank you, the Minister of the whole Lord, for coming, for being continuing to serve with this. Thank you very much, sir. Can the media and aides kindly excuse us?